everybody! I have a science test tomorrow and some finals later this week, so I thought why not film a video. This month is this month? What is this? This past month has been April, if you know your months. And I read 9, technically 10 books in the month of April. I'm gonna get to that possibly 10th book at the end of this video. But I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. The first book I read this month was book 2 in a series of unfortunate events, The Reptile Room. And I loved this one a lot. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I think I've given almost all of these 4.5 stars because they're so good. I don't actually know why I've been dropping down to half star because they're absolutely amazing. But this is just a book 2 in the series of Unfortunate Events, which is about 3 kids who are orphaned because their parents are killed in a fire, and then they are sent to live with a whole bunch of different relatives because there's nowhere else they can stay, but there's this one man who keeps trying to get them for their fortune. So it's really neat. It's a middle grade series, but on AR, if you have to do AR at your school, these are like on a 7th grade reading level, as opposed to like most middle school, and most young adult things are like 4 and 5 because they don't use big words, but there's a lot of interesting words in here. So I highly recommend this series. It's really fast, very, very fast. And the next book I read was the third one in that series, which is The Wide Window. Also gave this 4.5 stars. I liked this one. No, this isn't my least favorite. I actually, the more I think about this one, the more I like it because I liked one of the characters in here a lot. I liked the guardian that they were staying with. I thought it was really interesting. So I read that one. And then I read the fourth one, The Miserable Mill, which I think is my least favorite if I had to pick one. I think I just gave this 4 stars, but I still really liked it. So, and then the 5th book I read this month, I don't have with me because I borrowed it, but it is the 5th book in that series, The Austere Academy. If you didn't, I'm sorry, the author is Lemony Snicket. I have not been saying that. So, that has been my favorite so far. That was 5 stars. So, I think we're done with that series for now. The next book I read this month was Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and oh my gosh, guys. I don't think you understand. I have 4 reviews to film. So this is going to be one of them. Actually, I have 5 reviews to film? Oh my gosh. Anyways, this, if you don't know, is a very, very, very popular trilogy nowadays. And this is a alternate universe Russia kind of thing where the Grisha are kind of like I don't even know how to put it, like, elite. They're like the magical elite, and they're led by the Darkling, which is kind of like the prince in this world, I guess. And we follow our main character. Her name's Alina, and she's best friends with this guy named Mal, and they were orphans, but they grew up in the same orphanage together. They're like really, really close. And then there's this lake, or the sea, is the Shadow Fold, and like all the evils in there, and they're trying to destroy it. It's a mess. It's amazing. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm so psyched to read the sequel. I'm planning on reading that next, I think, after finish reading the book I'm reading right now. Highly, 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 highly recommend this one. It's a very good. The next book I read this month was the 6th book in a series of unfortunate events, which is the Ersatz Elevator. And these books are expensive. They're like $11.99, but I'm finding them at like thrift bookstores for like $4.99. So, boom. This has been my second favorite in the series. I loved this one a lot. I really, really like this one. These books are so funny, guys. Like, I'm, like, hysterical during these. They're really funny and just quirky and cute, and I really, really do recommend them. I know that it's a middle grade series, and so you're like, ew, gross, I don't want to read that. Yes, you do. The next book I read this month was The Wicked Will Rise by Daniel Page, and this is the sequel to Dorothy Must Die. And I can't give a synopsis for this one because it is a sequel, but I will give a synopsis for the first one, but as best I can. It's the same, it's exactly what the title and cover reveals, is that Dorothy has come back to Oz and she is a dictator. And she needs to die. Like, I mean, she's horrible. She's absolutely horrible. And so it's just our main character trying to go through those things. And the first one, guys, I loved it. It's on my top 5 books of 2015. This was such a letdown. Oh my gosh. I gave it 3 stars, whereas I gave the first one 500 stars. I loved the first one. This one was not a bad book. It really wasn't. It was a bad sequel, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of like The Blood of Olympus was a fantastic book, just a bad conclusion. It had a bad case of second book syndrome, like where it's nowhere near as good as the first one. It wasn't bad, it's not as good as the first one. It is tiny, and the first one's a lot bigger. I don't even really know what my main problem with this was. Nothing happened, for one thing. They just walk around, talk about Dorothy, how bad we need to kill her. Walk around, talk about how we need to kill Dorothy, and get the Tin Man start. Talk about blah, 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 blah. So repetitive. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. Is the book jacket on upside down? Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. I don't even remember. I marked something, I think, that she said literally over and over, and it was so frustrating. I'm going to film a review for this one too, just because I was so disappointed. So disappointed. And then the third book was scheduled to come out 2016. It got moved to 2017. I'm just like, you have plenty of time. If this is the quality that I'm going to be getting, it should be out tomorrow, because this, see, that's not even it. Like, the first one was so lyrical and so, I don't even know how to put it. It was fantastic writing. That's one of the things I really, really liked about it, is that the writing was so pretty, and it worked really well for the story. I mean, it's Oz, it's magical, so the writing had to be magical, and it was. It was fantastic. Is this shiny? Ooh, cool, okay. But this one is like my third grade English paper. It is so choppy, and oh gosh, it was the most repetitive thing I've ever read, I think. And so it was really choppy. It was really repetitive. It was really random. There was some stuff, I'm not going to say this, I'm going to say it in my review. There was some stuff that she just did not need to put in there. Like, I think she put it in there for the sake of it being there. No. Not a huge fan. I love the story. That's why I gave it 3 stars instead of like 2, because I love the story, but nothing happened. So I really hope that she doesn't like come kill me for this or something, because she's a supporter of Kathleen Hale, who had that really bad issue, stalking and threatening the person that didn't like her book. I did not like it. It was just not very good. I loved her first book. I loved her first book. The next book I read this month was This Song Will Save Your Life by Leila Sales. Well, it looks like sales, but okay, anyways. I loved this book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This is about a girl who has a failed suicide attempt. And just because she's really down on herself, she's not cool. During this book, she's trying to become cool, kind of like Mean Girls. Like, she's trying to be cool, only it's not like Mean Girls, because Mean Girls are just really shallow and kind of lame. I'm sorry, but this was really good. But like, so it's about her trying to kind of be cool, and then she has a passion for music, and she finds this like secret club, like a music club, and she finds out she can DJ really, really well. So it's like her, and she starts becoming a DJ, and she meets this guy there. His name's Char, and these 2 girls, Pippa and, oh gosh, what's the other one's name? I don't remember her other name. She has 2 friends. What is her name? It's gonna drive me crazy. Anyway, so this is just very, very meaningful and really, really, really good. I highly recommend this one. Absolutely fantastic. I would go read this if I were you. Very, very good. And the last book that I read this month, I am putting it on here. I didn't finish it in April, but I only had like 50 pages left, so I counted it as read, because guys, that's not a lot. And I read The Winter's Curse by Marie, Rutkowski. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But and I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. And this is a fantasy, but it's really dystopian-esque, about a girl named Kestrel, and she's the daughter of like a general, and it's very dystopian-esque in the fact that there's like slavery is like a thing. I don't even really know how to sum it up, but I know that at the root it was supposed to be like a love story. There was not a lot of romance in it. I thought the love was a little forced and kind of rushed. Like, it was, I'm not going to say insta-lovey, because I'm going to get crap for that if I say it's insta-lovey, but I don't know. It's just the way it was thrown out it wasn't very good. The book was good. The book was really good. I wasn't a huge fan of the romance. Like, I mean, I shipped them, but the romance needed to be drawn out a little bit more, if you can catch my drift. So, the book, I was saying that I don't know if I can count as read, and I haven't marked it on Goodreads. I'm actually about to go mark it as currently reading so that it'll count. Is that in my English class we have been reading Romeo and Juliet, but we're all reading it in this textbook, or our textbook, so that we all have the same version, since there's so many different versions. This way everyone's on the same page. You see what I did there? And I'm pretty sure it's like the full thing. We skipped around a little bit, just a little bit, but I basically read the whole thing. And I give that 4.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, probably more of a 5, Romeo and Juliet. I absolutely loved it. I did not think I was going to like it. It's a little bit confusing with like the wording. But the one thing I dropped it down a star was the age that the two characters were and how long it took place. Like, love does not work like that. But you get, it was for school, so I don't know if I can count that or not. But okay, and it's a play, not a book. But oh well. So everybody, tell me down below what you read this month. If you liked any of these, just tell me something. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.